Hello again, it's Carter Fong at City Hall, the Square Deal Podcast, and I am here today with Leah Upchurch of City of Dickinson Public Works Department. This is not a high school reunion planning session, although it could be. We are both graduates of the Dickinson High class of 2002, but we're here today to talk about public works. But first and foremost, let's talk about the free, fun family event that we have up and coming this Thursday, Public Works Family Fun Day. It's the third anniversary of this event and maybe one of the first events ever to happen at City of Dickinson Legacy Square. Tell us more about Public Works Family Fun Day.
Okay, well, the event is this Thursday. It starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It goes till 7 o'clock. We'll be serving hot dogs, chips, and drinks at no charge. We'll have Public Works staff there, the ones who work behind the scenes. They'll be doing games with the kiddos, and there's going to be music there.
You bet.
Yeah.
That's a good start. I mean, I think the whole purpose is we want the community to meet the folks who are behind the infrastructure that makes our city run, the Public Works Department. We referred to this event as aspects of being free or at no charge. I know that's only possible due to many generous sponsors. Why don't you make sure you tell us about your sponsors?
Yeah. Some of our sponsors include the Eagles Club, West Dakota Oil, Coca-Cola, Braun Distributing, and Baker Boy.
There you go. That's a good list. Thank you for your generosity. In addition to that, I think, it's for purchase, but there are some great dessert options as well. I don't know if you have that list. I might have it if you don't. What do we have for dessert?
Yeah, we have 3 dessert vendors who will be there. 3J's Kettle Corn, The Cold Stuff, and Big Sky Donuts.
There you go.
Yeah.
3 for 3. You got them all. Good. Yep. That's a good list. I see on the notes carnival games. Give me an example of a carnival game or.
They're like throw or toss type games. I know they're themed to the different divisions within Public Works. One of them I can think of is can pong. It's with our recycling cans and tossing balls into the recycling cans, so that's a fun one. We'll also have some of our Public Works equipment on display there as well.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Pretty creative on your part and the department's part to come up with those games. Of course, we're a couple days out, but what I saw in the forecast right now, it showed sunny, mid-80s, perhaps a few clouds, but 3 days out, looks like Mother Nature's cooperating here. We hope you have a great outdoor event. Again, that is Public Works Family Fun Day this Thursday. You've got other things going on at Public Works. I want you to tell us more about the youth camp that you run throughout the summer.
Yeah, this summer, it's the 3rd summer, we are doing Public Works Kids Camp where we do STEM-based activities with the kids that kind of cover all of the different divisions within Public Works. They interact with staff, do some tours of some of our facilities. It's a pretty fun event. The next one is in August coming up. Unfortunately, that one is full, but we definitely plan to do it again next summer. So I guess keep your eyes out.
Yeah, keep that on the radar. That sounds great. I believe it's geared for ages 6 to 12. Does that sound right? Yeah,
yep, that's correct. Yeah.
Other important information coming from Public Works soon. It has to do with the quality of our drinking water. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure. Every year we send out an annual drinking water quality report. So the one for 2024, it was just recently posted on the city's website, and look for that to be going out in this month's utility bills.
Yeah, I often hear Southwest Water Authority bragging in a good way about the quality of our drinking water, especially in a national taste test. But tell us exactly how that works again, water from Southwest Authority to City of Dickinson.
Yep, City of Dickinson purchases their water from Southwest Water Authority, but we do manage and maintain the drinking water distribution system.
Very good. Yeah. Yep. Thank you for explaining that.
Yep.
Let's talk more about your role specifically. I remember you saying you've been with the City of Dickinson for nearly 4 years. Tell us your title, your role within Public Works.
Yeah, so I am the Environmental Compliance Specialist for City of Dickinson Public Works. Ultimately, I ensure that our department is complying with environmental regulations, and following best practices.
it's an important role. I think people understand that. When they hear the word compliance, they maybe don't think about what might be fun about a compliance job. Tell me why your job is fun.
Well, it's fun because I guess I ultimately care about the environment, so it feels good to make sure that we're taking care of the environment as a city. But also, I really enjoy moments where a resident calls and asks for an explanation on something, and I'm able to explain why it is the way it is and help just get a better understanding out there.
Yeah, a better way of me phrasing that question might have been, what do you enjoy about your work? I think you answered that well. You might take a different angle at that. What might people find surprising about your work?
It's not just all paperwork and following rules. I also have relationships with with different departments within the city, and also residents as well as regulatory agencies. It's building relationships is a big part of what I do as well.
Definitely. Relationship building is important in virtually every line of work, but certainly in yours as well. I do want you to step back for a little bit and remind or tell folks, you followed a path like I did after high school, kind of to where we grew up in Dickinson. At one point we moved away and then we moved back. What did that path look like for you?
Yeah, so I ended up going to college at DSU after graduating high school with a degree, and I earned a degree in chemistry. And I met my husband at DSU as well. He's from California, so I ended up moving to California after college graduation, and I ended up starting my career within environmental compliance. And during the COVID years, we decided it was a good time to move back, and now I'm here with the city.
Yeah, you took a little time off, but in 2021 you joined the city, and here in late June you'll come up on 4 years. Thank you for your time with the city of Dickinson. I asked you this question, and I don't know whether you'll make it to these events or not, but when you look at the full Legacy Square summer schedule, what caught your eye?
Oh, definitely the Sawyer Brown and Brian White concert, for sure. I grew up listening to 90s country, and I was really excited to see them on the lineup. I actually saw Brian White in concert, when I was in college. So
is that right?
Back in the...
Sure.
I don't need to age myself.
Well, we are the same age. We're not over the hill. Sawyer Brown, right after that, the same weekend, then will be Doc Dogs. I think you've got some family members who might be into that.
Yes, I think my kids would love that event.
Yeah,
sure.
You bet. They will set up on July 4th with thousands of gallons of water from a City of Dickinson fire hydrant into their pool, and then they will have Doc Dogs running July 5th and 6th. That's part of a great full summer lineup down at Legacy Square. There are 4 concerts. You referenced the first one, Sawyer Brown. Is there anything you were hoping to talk about today that I missed? Did we cover it all?
I think we covered it pretty well.
Okay, well, you've got good notes in front of you. Check your notes real quick.
Let me check. I guess I could talk about what Public Works is.
Yeah, I think
for those who might not.
Let's a little more on that. We could have gone to that earlier, but let's define Public Works.
Public Works is ultimately helping our community work. There's a lot of behind the scenes things, usually things that might occur that you wouldn't notice unless it was missing. Like if your water didn't turn on in the morning, or your trash can didn't get picked up, for instance. You know, those are things that they're routine things. They're kind of expected to be there, you know, when you drain your sinks.
Yep.
Or, you know, flush your toilets, that kind of thing.
Some of the most basic services that the taxpayer would expect that their local government would provide for them. Public Works takes care of it. Roughly how many city employees do you have within Public Works? Do you happen to know that number?
I think we're in the summertime we have seasonal employees, so we're looking right around 80, I believe.
80
in the summertime. There's a lot of extra duties, especially in the summertime with all of the mowing and things like that.
Leah, I want to thank you for coming in today. I think we're both a little out of our comfort zone, you especially, but you did a great job previewing Family Fun Day, outlining what happens at Public Works. It's important work, it's enjoyable work, and you spoke to that very well. We hope you'll join us at Family Fun Day on Thursday, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Square Deal Podcast.